So there is an issue going on here in the town of Marcy, and the supervisor, Brian Scala, is coming in. And it involves a substation that is being planned. The town of Marcy has really been in the dark on this whole thing, and they have some concerns. And Brian is making his way in now. Brian, whoops.
Oh, sorry about
that.
There
we go.
Jeez. Andrew.
This is furniture they have in here.
Were you trying to tip him over? What were you doing, Andrew?
I was trying to rescue him.
Yeah.
I failed.
Don't worry, this is just on radio and TV. Oh, damn.
Did you see where his foot was?
There's trouble here.
I want that substation. I'm
all right, Brian. So tell me, obviously the thought is that Nano expands where if everything happens the way we believe it could happen up there, there's going to be need for certain resources, and including power. So they're talking about a substation. But you have some concerns on this in terms of aesthetics and where they're going to put it.
Well, this substation is not for the Marcy Nano site.
Oh, it's not?
No. It's for Quad C.
For Quad C, right. So this is in preparation for construction that's going to go on over there.
I guess from what we just found out, the contract has already been let. And when we found out about it, it was like, really? The largest possible project that the region has, and we're going to place it right at the right entrance of where the Nano site could be, where it could hold up to 3 fabs. And we're going to place this very good-looking substation.
Yeah, sarcasm.
Right
at the
at the entrance.
Yeah.
So when you bring somebody in there to take a look at it,
hey, look at this beautiful substation.
Yeah, isn't this great?
How large are we talking?
It's their regular, looking ugly.
Fenced-in type?
Well, we haven't seen anything.
You don't even know.
That's the whole thing, and that's why we asked. Town of Marcy has been the lead agency since 2000 for seeker.
Mm-hmm.
So, as anything affects the environment or even how it looks, how you're going to impact it. So, we hope that they decide to come with us, because we're saying if this power is for Quad C, why is it in front of the Marcy Nano?
Right.
So
right.
Why isn't it to the east? On the other side of the parkway,
over there. There's land there to work with,
and it's amazing. So that's why I sent the letters to the parties, to the local officials. So far, the only play that I've gotten off the letter has been you folks and WKTV.
Tell me, we were under the assumption that Fort Schuyler, we were just discussing this in here, Fort Schuyler Management Group was not involved anymore, but they are. So can you explain that?
Yeah, they are. They formed that entity to flow contracts through.
Okay.
And all the property that's in that area, it's over 400 acres. Some of it's owned by Edge. Mm-hmm. Some of it's owned by Fort Schuyler Club.
Got it.
And some of it's owned by
group, right?
SUNY. It's a management.
Yeah, Fort Schuyler Management Group.
It's
not the same as Genesee Street's Fort Schuyler Club.
Correct.
Yeah.
We thought they were trying to get power to that. They were going to have a big party upstairs over there. So
it's for the basement.
So,
but the second story that's in there, and hopefully people will see, is why does Quad C need power?
Right.
We've known for 3 years when they came to us to build Quad C that you're going to need a substation because you're not going to have enough power for the building where it's located on SUNY. They built the building. Everybody announced IBM coming in 2 years ago, and GE, they never showed. Well, now you know why they never showed.
Right.
Because there's no power to run the building. They got power to turn the lights on.
Interesting.
They now have a tenant, but they need power.
Right, so they need to move quickly.
So let's put it right in front of the largest project that this region could possibly have.
So, have you? You say you've gotten not a great deal of play. It's not a. This is a little complicated. So I can see why people would be like, "Well, this I'm not interested in this story." But you'll be interested once the substation is up and you look at it.
Oh,
then it won't be complicated anymore.
Oh,
it's
no.
going to be an eyesore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Marcy has paid its dues, I should say, for what our hillsides look like.
Right.
With all the transmission lines and all the power stations, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, not another one.
Yeah, yeah.
And if that's the case, let's hide it.
Right.
And
could these be underground, or do they have to be above ground?
No, they have to be above.
Yeah. All right.
What have you talked to other local officials who? I mean, those are the folks we normally hear talking about the Nano project and what's going on there.
Well, we
have
could
they weighed in on
Brindisi,
this?
Griffo,
Yeah,
Pacenti.
Pacenti.
That's why I sent a letter to all the parties.
Yeah.
Edge is staying quiet in it because, I mean, they're totally upset as well about this because they're just shaking their head because they weren't involved with this at all. And here they're out there trying to market the site.
Right.
And, yeah, we're going to bring
I do have to say aesthetics play a huge role, and they probably always have, but maybe we didn't think about it. But today, it's all about what that looks like. What's the picture? Where do if this is going to be your entrance in, what's it going to look like for prospective investors? And
if
it
you
does
haven't
play a
been
big role.
up that new parkway, it's amazing the job that they did on it because you got the first roundabout where the loop road would come out, and then you go up and there's the second roundabout, which is the main entrance.
Yeah.
And you turn around and the view that you get, and it's a new entrance for SUNY on that side. You feel like you're going right into the college. It's just gorgeous. And now we're going to put a substation right at the main entrance. It's just mind-boggling.
So right now we're really at a position where you're really waving the flag here, saying, "Hello, this needs to be addressed."
That's why it was great you called because this is the first major step to maybe people will ring a bell and say, "Hey, what's going on?" The letters that went out to Mr. Menga and Mr. O'Malley, those were mailed on Friday, so they probably received them yesterday.
All right.
So hopefully, as we go forward this week, we will hear something.
Why is it, though, that I see this as a I don't mean to be critical, but I see this as kind of a no-brainer? You're shaking your head.
There were three letters that I thought of that I can't say on the air. Like, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, so are there any alternative locations on the campus that it could go?
oh yeah.
So
Well,
They
that's the
could
beauty
go on the east side of the parkway where there's a tree line and put it there, or we converted property that the town had, Flanagan, and it was dead ended, and there's property there which is secluded, and if you look there and you turn to the left, there's Kinsella Hall, and Quad C is right next to it.
Right.
So why wouldn't you put it there?
Yeah. And again, you're not here. This is not the big naysayer. You're not coming and saying, "Don't bring this in. We don't want the traffic. We don't want A, B, and C." This is saying, yes, I understand you need the power, but let's think this thing out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We know Quad C for 3 years has needed power, and we're saying, well, about time you're bringing them power.
Right.
But why would you place it where you're
Right.
going to place it?
And how did you know it was there? They put a blueprint out. They started construction on it.
They had sent a copy of the plans to an engineering firm that we used in our secret process, and he called us up and said, "Hey, I got this drawing." Oh, I said, "About what?" "Oh, they're putting a substation in front of the Nano site." And then all the bells and everything went off, and we said, we got to get a letter out.
Yeah.
And they
letter
never
went to
talked to you.
DEC.
They never talk to you through the whole
And
process.
they don't, do they? Right?
No, no. Usually if something's on state property, they can bypass the town. But in this case, on this property, we've been lead agency, but we just completed the update of our master plan. And what we have for that west side of that area doesn't show anything like that should be even placed there.
And tell me, could you? Are they trying to bypass you guys to get this done quickly because they need it done quickly? And if that was the case, couldn't this move? I mean, you understand the importance of getting power there. Couldn't this move quickly going through the town of Marcy?
It doesn't go through us.
It would not go through you.
No, because it's state property, so they're bypassing us.
But if you were to move it to another spot, would that still be state property?
Yes.
It still would be. Okay. So then why not put it where it's... Okay, this is just not making a lot of sense.
It's a common sense thing here.
Yeah.
It's like I want to sit down with the person across the table and say, you made the decision that it should go here?
Right. Why?
I want to hear their reasoning.
Yeah.
Because you like your project and you don't like this one? I mean...
Right.
This is the largest project.
This would be quite a folly if we disrupted or turned off or stalled on another business that committed to come here.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding
All right.
me?
Well, then what we'll do is we'll reach out to those that you've reached out to, and we'll try to get a dialogue going here.
I would appreciate it very
All
much.
Right. I see what you're doing here, Brian. I think it's a good move.